Most veterans in this city, even if they're not participants, know what Stand Down is. People know in San Diego that this is going to happen every year. They tell their friends on the street, they talk to each other, and they say, "Are you going to go to Stand Down?"
For 20 years, Veterans Village of San Diego has organized Stand Down. It is the oldest and best-known program for homeless veterans.
Is this the end of the line? No, this is the beginning. The end's over there. Yeah.
Over a July weekend, this empty field near San Diego Airport will host an array of free housing and social services to help homeless vets get back on their feet and let them know they are not forgotten.
They're anxious to get in. They know that if they can get through the gates, some of them are going to save their lives.
Tomorrow, this is going to transform into something beautiful.
I am so appreciative that you're all here and it's not even 8 o'clock.
Stand Down is a military term that describes when soldiers were given a break from the front lines. The difficult conversations will come later, but first, the new participants take care of some basic needs: a bed, a shower, a haircut, and some new clothes.
All right, give me that. All right.
A few already know the drill.
I'm going to go eat, and then I'm taking a nap.
Organizers say their main goal is to create a supportive environment where veterans can start rebuilding their lives.
We bring them back to their youth. We bring them back to a time when they felt strong. Because what we're looking to do is not just give people stuff, but to make them feel hopeful.
At Stand Down, each participant is assigned to a tent. And each tent is staffed with volunteer tent leaders who counsel the vets and help them access services.
I'm not working right now, but I'm laid off.
David Cote, a Marine Corps captain, is a tent leader for Bravo.
Thanks.
The best way that I've found to interact with the members of my tent is to say, what is it that you want to get out of Stand Down today? And I usually start with something easy like medical. Do your teeth hurt? Do you want to go see the dentist or get a new set of glasses? Then the tougher questions, and nobody wants to always give the truth right away. Do you need job counseling and do you need housing? So those will come later. I try to build a rapport, kind of that mentoring role, kind of that big brother coaching role. They're comfortable with that. They see that you care.
More than 1 out of every 4 homeless are veterans. Many Stand Down participants became homeless through some combination of disability, substance abuse, and mental health problems. But now, because of economic issues, a new crop of veterans has started to come to Stand Down.
I just became homeless about 2 weeks ago. I lost a job some time ago and could not find another one, and the rent came due, could not pay the rent. So I lived between sleeping in my car and sleeping in a flop house. I came here and took advantage of the services here. Like I got my hair cut for free for the first time in my life. I had a problem with the back of my mouth, so I got a tooth extracted.
Oliver hopes this is a temporary hitch, that this will be his first and only time at Stand Down. Blair Barrett, a former naval electrician, feels the same way.
I do not want to be homeless. I do not like sleeping outside.
Have you ever filed an application before?
No.
Barrett struggled to find work outside of the military and was laid off from her maintenance job last year. She spent months living in a shelter while her 3-year-old stayed with family.
There was just like no job, no money, I couldn't pay the rent, and before I got eviction on my credit, I'd rather go to a shelter.
Barrett is part of the growing population of homeless veteran women with children. Now she is looking for work and a permanent home.
I'm motivated and I want to work. I want to provide a normal life for my child and for my family, and I want to succeed, but just the times are not allowing me to do that.
Like Oliver, Barrett is determined to use all the resources at Stand Down to get her life in order.
My game plan was to just hit the floor running and try to get as much help as I could.
So, what can I do for you?
I had some issues that I needed to take care of, some legal issues, and I also have some health issues. Of course, the housing issues. I got a massage. I needed that. I really want to be stable again, and this is like a great opportunity for me to do that.
While services are plentiful at Stand Down, housing options are not. There is a shortage of shelter spots for the hundreds of vets looking for housing this weekend. But as much as Stand Down is about taking advantage of services, It's also a place for people haunted by their military experiences to feel whole again.
There are many people here, they literally sacrifice, put themselves into harm's way. You put your body, your soul, your mind on the line for your country. They deserve something. They deserve something. They really do.
Facing demons with the support of fellow vets is the heart of Stand Down. And a new generation of vets from Iraq and Afghanistan is facing similar challenges. Kenneth Kuntz suffered a traumatic brain injury from a roadside bomb, and he used drugs and alcohol to cope. Ultimately, it forced him onto the streets.
It's a domino effect. You start using, all of a sudden, I started losing everything. And all of a sudden, and I pushed everybody away from me to where nobody wanted to be around me. So when I hit my bottom, I didn't have no one, I didn't have no family. I don't have nobody, you know what I mean? So that's how I ended up homeless.
For 26-year-old Kuntz, seeing homeless Vietnam vets struggle with recovery has been a wake-up call.
It gets them off the street for at least a couple of days so they know what it's like to be sober. You know what I mean? Like, it gives them that little bit of hope, you know? This is the only time that anybody really comes out really or cares about them, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I don't know if there is any help for some of them, you know? It's really a look into my future, like if I don't get my stuff right, this could be where I'm at when I'm 50 years old. And I don't want to be sleeping in a tent, you know what I mean, when I'm 50 years old, you know?
When a lot of these veterans returned from Vietnam, there were not many services like Stand Down available to help them readjust to civilian life. But through the efforts of Vietnam vets like Dr. Natchison, soldiers like Kenneth Kuntz
Let us pray.
Have more support.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Still, longtime volunteers say sometimes it takes more than one stand down to get people on the right track.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
For some people, recovery takes a long time, and I don't think anybody can presume to know and fully understand what everybody's unique situation is out on the street, what it is they care about, what it is that is inhibiting them from a recovery. We'll never know the full picture. The best that we can do is provide a service like Stand Down year after year after year.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light?
Sunday, the last day of Stand Down, is full of mixed emotions. For some, the weekend offered a chance to take one step closer to a healthy mind and body. Blair Barrett applied for disability benefits from the VA. Kenneth Kuntz got several parking tickets dismissed at the homeless court. Robert Oliver is waiting to hear back about a job interview. But for others, Sunday is filled with heartbreak.
The hardest part is knowing that Stand Down's going to be over in a few hours and knowing that this camp will close down and they're going back on the street. It's challenging and heartbreaking when you feel like you could have reached out to another member of your tent, and I just don't know if their situation is going to improve.